Hi, Patriot Seniors. This is Mr. Marnell here, your college and career counselor. Just want to go over creating your college list for applications. We're going to go over the strategy of safety match reach and review some deadlines for your college applications. And hopefully, you've been doing your research and looking at what campuses are a good fit for you. Okay. And then you're going to want to start putting them in categories. So you got your safety schools, your match, and your reach. Okay. So you definitely want some colleges in your safety category. So this means your GPA and whatever criteria that the colleges use, that when you look at your individual information, you're significantly above the average that gets admitted. So for example, let's pretend you have a 3.5 GPA, you've done your research, and it's a 3.0 average GPA that gets admitted for that particular campus. Well, that's a safety school for you. You are extremely confident you're going to get admitted there because you're significantly above the average. Okay. Match schools, you are close to the average. So that means that, like, let's say you have a 3.5 GPA, the average GPA that gets in is a 3.6. Well, you're really close. You're right there, kind of what usually gets admitted. So that's considered a match. So not as so much of a slam dunk as the safety schools, but a match, you're a competitive applicant. Okay. So you're going to have a shot at getting in. Reach schools means that you're under what usually gets admitted. So let's pretend you're the 3.5 GPA again. And then in that reach school, let's say it's a particular campus, the average GPA gets a 4.1. It's a 4.1 on average that gets admitted. Well, you're reaching to get accepted into that campus, right? So in that scenario, let's say that's your dream school, but you really want to go there, but just statistically, the odds are in your favor. You would put that campus in the reach school category. So you definitely want schools in your safety and your matches. If there's a school that's in your reach, that's fine. I'm not saying don't apply there because sometimes the long shots happen, but you want to have your backups covered as well. Also, community colleges are obviously a good safety school option. So you're going to also probably want to include an application to the community college just because you never know how things could play out. Also, from a financial standpoint, community colleges are your cheapest option. And so from a financial standpoint, you're going to want to include community colleges. I would also recommend if you're looking at, let's say, UCs and privates, but you're not really considering the Cal States, and you're in a position where you can get admitted to Cal States, you're going to want to include some local Cal States that are within commuter distance, meaning that you're able to drive to class from home, just in case financially the on-campus housing proves to be too expensive for you. Then at least you have a Cal State you've been admitted to that you can still attend and commute from home. Okay, because again, you're not going to find out how much money you're going to get until spring of your senior year. So March, April is when you're going to find out those financial aid packages. So keep in mind that you're going to want to have all your bases covered. And then, so the three local Cal States, well, I guess you could say four, are Cal State San Bernardino, Cal Poly Pomona, Cal State Fullerton, and then you could include Cal State LA in there, especially if you're willing to take the train. But I would also have you keep in mind, both Cal State Fullerton and Cal State LA have been heavily impacted for the last several years. So if you take a look at those admitted GPAs, you'll see they're on the higher end. Cal Poly Pomona is also an impacted campus, so we'll take a look at that. Cal State San Bernardino, we belong to their service area, so you have an advantage of getting admitted there, even though they're an impacted school for other students. But for us, we treat it as a non-impacted Cal State. Okay. Also, private schools and out-of-state schools, students sometimes will not even consider them because of their sticker price, because up front they look more expensive, but there have been times where, because they sometimes have more ability to give out more aid, that they actually sometimes can be cheaper than your in-state publics, like a Cal State or UC. So it just depends per student. Every situation is different. So you want to make sure you have a safety match reach school, both from an academic admission standpoint as well as from a financial standpoint. Okay. So as we make this list, the question is, how many colleges should I apply to? Well, my answer to that is always, well, how much you're willing to spend, because each application is going to cost an application fee. Usually, for most campuses, it's going to be in around the $70 range. For Cal States and UCs, it is definitely $70 per campus to apply. Now, if whether or not you get an application fee waiver, you'll find that out as you're doing the application itself. So as you're doing the Cal State and or the UC application, I'll ask you some questions in relation to your household income and household size. And this will be self-reported information. And then, so you don't have to like cross-check it against taxes. Like they're not going to ask for documentation or anything, but it's self-reported. So you're going to put that information in, and then the application towards the end will tell you if you get a fee waiver or not. And if you do, if you're eligible, you get 4 campuses free per system. Okay. And then for the College Board application fee waivers, if you got an SAT fee waiver, or if you know you're eligible for an SAT fee waiver, that also means you're eligible for College Board application fee waivers. So basically, there are unlimited application fee waivers that the College Board has partnered with over 2,000 private and out-of-state colleges that are going to accept these application fee waiver codes to waive that application fee. So to access these, students that, current seniors that took the PSAT with us in October back in 2019, so last year, if you took the PSAT at that point and were on free reduced lunch, you you're eligible for SAT fee waiver, and that was sitting in your College Board account. And it also comes with that the College Board application fee waivers. So if you haven't seen them in your College Board account and you know you are meeting that criteria, reach out to me and then we can look into it. You can also contact Ms. Sharon in the College Career Center, my colleague, and she can assist with that as well. If you weren't able to take the PSAT, but you did have free reduced lunch or do have free reduced lunch now, you can reach out to me or Ms. Sharon, and we can help assist you with getting that SAT fee waiver code. Thus, means also you get the College Board application fee waivers. Okay. Another little tip is if you attend college presentations that the privates and out of states provide, sometimes for attending, they'll actually give out application fee waivers. So regardless of income. So just might be worthwhile to attend those if you're considering any of those campuses. And sometimes you get lucky where they're just giving out those application fee waivers. Also, if you have a hardship and you're not getting, that particular campus doesn't take a College Board application fee waiver, you can always reach out to the campus and ask for one, and you'll be surprised how often those are provided for students. So it doesn't hurt to ask. So in terms of when you need to apply, okay, just to help you with how long do I have to make this list? Well, Cal State's, that application window is October 1st through November 30th. For UCs, you're looking at October 1st. So basically you start on the application. You can start on it now if you haven't been already, but you can't submit it to November 1st, and it is due November 30th. Okay. And then for privates and out of states, we're looking at anywhere from now through January. Okay. And that varies. So you need to check those particular campuses individually, see what their deadline is. For those that use the Common App, generally they're around January 15th, but some are earlier. And understand it requires a transcript and letters of rec in that application, whereas the UCs and Cal States don't ask for such things. So just understand this application is a little meatier, it's a little more lengthy, so you need to give yourself time doing this one. And then also there's some campuses that have their own individual application, like Cal Baptist, Grand Canyon University. These particular campuses, you have to go to their website to do their own individual application. Okay, and you got to check those deadlines as well. If at any point you have questions and you want to email me, there's my email address right there. Also, if you wish to schedule a meeting with me, feel free to do that. We're having tons of colleges reaching out to us to do virtual presentations. So if you go to our Power School Learning page, you'll see some links to sign up for the those respective college presentations, as well as there's some good college essay and UC Insight question workshops that you can sign up for as well. So till next time, hopefully this senior fall season is going well for you. And again, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. Take care.